Now, earlier tonight, I also had the chance to talk with Senator Richard Blumenthal and Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro. Senator, thanks for being with us here tonight.
Thank you.
What was your reaction when you first got the news?
Shock, dismay, sadness, and a reminder of the fragility of life. Joe Lieberman was my friend for more than 50 years, and he helped to define and frame an era in our history.
Your paths were very similar. You both served in the state Senate, both became Attorney General, and then U.S. Senator. What kind of advice did he give you along the way?
Be true to yourself. Be authentic. Stand up for people.
How should he be remembered?
I think he should be remembered as a person who loved his family and a person of deep faith who continued to stand up and fight for people, even when he disagreed with them, and for values that he put above any particular policy, the values of our civil rights and civil liberties in this country, the values of civility and discourse, and the values of America as a nation of immigrants and of great tolerance, as the first person of Jewish faith to be nominated on a national party ticket.
I started to cry for both Stan and my husband and I. What a dear friend Joe Lieberman was. We grew up in New Haven politics together. No, I worked with him on the first Senate race, and then he worked for the Gore-Lieberman, ticket. And my God, how proud we were in Connecticut that Joe was running for vice president. This was, it was so beautiful.
And you campaigned for him.
Oh my gosh, yes, no, I did, absolutely. And nothing, and to be honest, Gore-Lieberman won the popular vote. So that was, so difficult, so hard to take.
My recollection of Senator Lieberman and all my interviews with him and all my meetings with him, he seemed to be very kind. Did you see that kindness?
Oh my gosh, always very. Look, and Joe and I had disagreements, but
there were many of them.
And we were, we were good friends, we were cordial, and he was always wonderful to me, and I feel as that I was to him. Not that long ago, Stan and I dashed over. He was in Washington celebrating a birthday, and Stan and I ran over to wish him a happy birthday, which was wonderful. A giant. We lost a giant.
We did. And this, of course, is a developing story that will continue to follow over the next couple of days. The funeral, of course, is on Friday. So stay with News 8 for the very newest information.